Hey, it's April from the Noble Garden. I am finally outside, able to look at my garden and see what our deep freeze did last week. Last week we had the worst frost. It was a very strong one in this area, and I haven't been able to assess what little bits in the garden to see what is done. These are the carrots. I had them covered and some cilantro right there, but the wind was so strong it blew it off. I don't know. I'm pretty sure these are dead unless you guys know if carrots grow back new leafage. Now, something that did stay covered throughout the whole time is my second onion bed. So I'm going to pick up a piece of it and we will look and see what's happened. I'll bring you guys up closer. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. And the reason why I say I'm pretty impressed with that, even though that doesn't look the best, they're not dead. The tops aren't dead. And we got down to like 10 degrees with a wind chill that put us in the 0 and negatives. So I find that an accomplishment, and we'll see what it does for the rest of the year. Now, this had my remaining kale, and we did try to cover it. And there's a kale right there that actually is still alive and doing well. Let's go up closer to the top and see how that kale did. So this is a mixture of kale and the mulch, for some reason, grew a lot of grass this time, which wasn't like last time. But some of this kale looks really rough, but it will bounce back. This is Red Russian right here. And this is Scarlet, which looks like it's already bouncing back. So that's good to see. And this, guys, it started off covered and the wind blew the cover off. I was not home for 2 of those nights. So I really do not know when it became uncovered and exactly what happened. I didn't cover back up. So kale's one of those that can handle deep freezes. It dies off, but then the middle grows back. So I'm not really too worried about the kale. I was more worried, honestly, about the onions. And, of course, my carrots are probably goners. But let's look at the first bed of onions and the garlic. So this is the first bed of onions. I did find it uncovered and covered it back up. Now, these onions tops have been covered. And there's a lot of grass in here too. I'm telling you right now, I already don't like what I'm seeing. It is still pretty frozen in there. The ground is still frozen. Not sure what that's going to mean for onions. And as I pull back more and more, I'm not really seeing the tops of my onions. So I'm going to keep it covered, but this one's going to be a mystery to us what ends up happening. I might come out at some point. Oh, here's an onion top that just fell right off. That is probably not a good sign. Not hopeful on that. I think what I would do at some point, because the weather's much nicer and warmer, is I'm going to come out, remove the mulch, see what's going on underneath. But I don't like that the ground's still frozen, and that's probably because this cover has been on top of it and it hasn't had time to unthaw. I'm going to stick my finger in this soil here. The ground's pretty tough here too. It's not got ice on it like that one did though, and it did not freeze last night. So this is interesting, guys. One of the reasons why I like gardening. The mysteries in it. You never know what you're going to find. All right, so now let's take a look at this garlic. So this garlic, same thing. I found it uncovered and covered it back up. And here's some of its tops, and it looks totally fine. From my understanding about garlic is that there's another piece right there, and it's fine. And its ground is not as frozen as the onion one is. But anyways, what I'm saying, from my understanding, Garlic really doesn't get affected by this because it actually does most of its stuff in the spring. But yeah, with garlic, I'm really not concerned about it. I know you guys can't see because I have it covered up. Nope, not that concerned about it, guys. I do need to do the same thing, pull back the mulch and get some weeds out of this though. All right. There's one more thing I want to show you guys. And I'm almost 100% it is completely destroyed and not going to give us anything. But I just want to give you guys an update on it. It had done pretty well with most cold temperatures compared to down here. I do think because of our elevation, we're going down a hill on those beds back down there, that the bottom of that gets more cold. I've seen it stay frostier, which is a good thing to discover so that you know how to do each plant. You should always know where in your garden stays the coldest. It's good for planting and preparing. So the green stalk, guys, it is up on top of the hill where the house is, and it had been doing just fine. We did not cover it, so it is not doing fine anymore. That frost killed it for sure. Thank you guys for following me on these journeys of mine and being able to teach you guys something, or at least show you what happened to me so that you make better decisions or copy my decisions when things go right. But doing a big frost protection is something new for me this year. Most of the time I don't have anything in the garden at this time, so I'm just trying new things, and they either fail or we all learn a lesson together. Thank you guys for watching.